book is Queens, Portraits of Black Women and Their Fabulous Hair by Michael Cunningham and George Alexander. This one I have with a slipcover, and I feel like I got this on sale somewhere, and it doesn't say because I know I didn't pay $29.95 for it, which is how much it costs. But I do not remember. I feel like it was probably no more than $5. I don't know where I picked it up. I do love this book. It's written essay style, so there are photographs, but it's just basically essays that women have written about their hair and their thoughts on their hair. And it's women from all over. It is, and there's a couple of kids. Like she's the only one that's a kid. That gives a kind of a kid perspective, but there are lots of essays. Some of them are longer than others. Some of the essays are just a couple of pages. Some of them are like almost a paragraph. So it just depends on who was talking. Women from all income levels. Some of them are hairdressers. Some of them aren't hairdressers. There's a really long forward. That was a really long forward. And, oh, this woman, I just remembered, she was in Chris Rock's movie. This lady here, she was the one to let people put hair on. Veronica Forbes. She's, she was in the, you could put your lace front on layaway with her. I remember her. But yeah, this is a really great book, especially if you're interested in hair. I wish there were more photographs. But there aren't. But I do really, really enjoy the essays. Now, the author of this book was also the author of a book called Crowns. And it's this gentleman right here. Crowns was just about black women and hats. And so then he wrote this one, Queens. And then there's another book that I actually scored. I was so excited to find as a discarded book in the library. I couldn't believe it. It was after I had had Queens only for a couple of months. And then I found this, and it's called Cutting Up, Wit and Wisdom from Black Barber Shops. And so, as you can see, it was a library book from the Chicago Public Library. And it's got that library, like, thick, the binding on it, so it won't get messed up. But this is an awesome book. And this one had better pictures than the other book. And this guy worked on Crowns as well. Portraits of Black Women in Church Hats, which is what Crowns was. But this one was really interesting. I mean, I loved it. Some of the pictures are really old. It was female barbers, male barbers. It was discussions from customers. It was discussions from barbers. And it was the same format with the little essays for each person, but I liked the layout of this better in terms of they had way more photographs, and I wish the Queen's book had more photographs. I also kind of like the old-timey feel in this one. It was really cool. So I learned a lot of stuff in this book, mainly about like male grooming, African-American male grooming, and one of the best things I learned was a razor line, which I had never heard of, and that is when you use a razor to make a really sharp, even edge to hair, to a man's haircut. And there was just a big discussion on it about like some barbers will do it, some guys don't know how to do it, they're not good at it, but I really did enjoy this book. So this is Cutting Up, Wit and Wisdom from Black Barber Shops by Craig Marberry. And then this is Queens, Portraits of Black Women and Their Fabulous Hair. So two of my favorite books out of my collection. How much was this supposed to be? This was supposed to be $24.95 too. And so was this one. No, this one's supposed to be $29 actually. Two of my favorite books. Let me know in the comments if you have ever read these or seen them, or if you have them in your collection maybe. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.